I'm Jordan Hansen from New Mexico. Today we're going to talk about the Secretary of State business search. We're going to go through it and walk through how to do search for businesses, and then we're going to talk about getting the data via API. We're going to submit a little search in our portal. We're going to submit something via Postman so you can kind of see how the request is formed, and then we're going to do it using our JavaScript SDK. So if you use JavaScript or Node.js, then you can use that and it'll work great for you. Now, New Mexico has okay information. The cool thing is it has officer information. It has status, state of formation, which is kind of a bummer. That's kind of a necessary thing in a lot of places. Let's go over here. Now, New Mexico has a CAPTCHA, which means when we're getting the data via API, it takes a lot longer. In fact, let's go for Frank this time. We have partnerships and LLCs down here, LLPs down here, and then corporations and LLCs up here. I want an active one. Let's get this one. Franklin Turnpike. Click on that guy. Officers down here. We have an organizer. We have a bunch of different potential officers. Trying to look for a state of formation here. Domicile. It has a state of incorporation right there. I bet we have that information. So because it has a CAPTCHA, it's going to take a little bit of time. We'll talk about that. Let's start it though. This is the Cobalt Intelligence portal. We search for the name. We search for the state. You can use this to verify the data that we return. Again, the CAPTCHA is going to add another 45 to 50 seconds. So if it normally takes about 15 seconds, expect about a minute. It's going to come back here and say, hey, this is taking too long. Here's a retry ID. And then we keep using that retry ID right here. We're only going to bill you when we actually get the data. So you just do this and you keep checking in. There it is. That's calling this thing from the portal. Let's go over to Postman. This is how the URL will be formed. You have your search query, which is where you pass in your business name and then the state. And then you're going to pass in this API key, x-api-key, and you're going to have it over here. Now, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to try for like 20-ish seconds. Then it's going to give us a retry ID, which we're just going to add here to the end of our query and use it right there. Boom, we did it. Whew, that took a little bit of time going through that, but hey, we completed it. We got all the data. Okay, now let's go over to the Cobalt Intelligence SDK. Okay, SOS API, and you're gonna import this API key, just pass it right in there. You're gonna import SOS API, pass in the API key, and then you're gonna go SOS API.get business details. And you're gonna search using business name or state, and you can also pass other fields such as a screenshot or a city, street, zip, all of that information. Now, the cool thing about the SDK is it handles the retries for you. Look, it's just doing it automatically. All done here. We got the data. Looks great. See, check. Not bad, not bad. We also pass in a screenshot URL. Let's hit that button and see what that screenshot looks like.